Okay, pledge of allegiance. We actually got a flag there.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, approval of agenda. Has everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? Are there any additions or subtractions or modifications? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I will second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. We need a roll call.
Dean,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Karen.
Yes.
Okay, approval of minutes. Mr. Ashley made a few last minute corrections.
I said my corrections.
Good.
Yep.
And I looked through it, the second one, and it looks good to me.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any modifications? Okay, governing council input.
Do we have to take a vote on the minute?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, we got to vote.
Yeah, we got to vote.
How did you?
I'll
I'm glad.
motion to approve.
I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah. I have a first.
Second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Roll call.
Dean,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
and Karen.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, governing council input. I'm going to be gone in October and November. And
I will be gone in October, but not in
Oh, will you?
November.
I was going to ask you to take over the meeting.
Well, we can move it, and I can, if we can do it the week before or the week after, I can definitely do it.
Yeah, it's on our schedule that we send into the state.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
hard to move it.
Okay, so yeah, I planned a trip. I'm going to a spa.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I am, which I have never done in my life.
Do you
So,
have internet there?
No,
That was quick.
Well-
absolutely not.
Well, I'll try to, I'm going to be in remote areas in our motorhome, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get in, you know. So, you know,
But there's
Karen.
three. If Mark.
I was going to say, we'll have quorum.
We'll still have
Yeah.
quorum.
that's the big
Yeah.
thing is to make sure
Yeah, but
all
I'm
three of
good
you
for
make it.
November, so apologies,
long-
I didn't know
as
you were
long
gonna be
as
on. or I'm-
Martin's going to make it, you know, why you'll have a quorum there, which will be good.
Yeah, apologies for that.
Okay, and I'll probably be traveling yet in November. I'm more likely to have internet signal then because I'll be in Arizona at that time and my sister's where at least I think I will, unless we find a place we want to stay longer, you know, and have fun. So,
Yeah, November, I might be calling in because I'm taking my dad on his birthday trip, but I will happily call in. I will have internet.
great. And did you want to bring up a question? There's no place else on the agenda.
Okay,
To
sure.
do this, the question you had about.
Yeah, sure. It just something that came to my mind when we had the kind of end of the year report out from the student council of sort of a couple of pinch points. And, you know, one thing they were, at least I remember vocalizing was, you know, feeling limited for time in their lunch. And because I know their schedule is already, you know, there's not room to give them 10 more minutes or anything like that. But they did, one of the things they said, oh, we do this and we do this. And one of the things they said was waited for microwaves. I was like, you want 2 or 3 new microwaves? I can buy one. I mean, I don't know that that's a true pinch point because you were, but I'm happy to donate those if those would.
Please
if that would-
donate them.
Okay,
And there is this, it has to do with electrical. And so we can only have a certain amount of
okay. I'm taking notes. I'm listening, I swear.
microwaves, there we go, going at one time.
Got it.
So, although I think towards the end of the year, I believe one broke, at least one, maybe 2.
Okay.
So that we had less at the end of the year than when we started. So absolutely,
Great.
please, if you have.
No,
some-
happy to.
I actually have one now that you're saying that at my house right now. So I,
Well, it just sort of seemed like,
Yeah.
yeah, we can't do one thing, but it's like at least
yeah,
heard them and happy to,
Sure.
is there, I'll look at dimensions or maybe I'll get that from you so it fits with what, I mean, or I could just,
it
doesn't
absolutely
matter.
makes no difference.
is it
We've
not a
had-
power draw? It doesn't matter. Okay.
No, we've had, they've all been donated at different
Okay,
times,
all
the
right.
different colors, the different
Doesn't matter.
sizes, they're,
Great. Then I'll do that. And can I, where should I ship that? Can I just ship them to you? Attention to you?
Sure.
just from
You're-
Amazon or whatever.
Oh, you're buying them?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
I mean, okay. I mean,
I just might, nobody asked. I've said something, no, can I?
yeah,
Can I?
yes, but I will tell you, Habitat for Humanity has them for almost nothing.
That's fine. These won't break. They'll have a warranty, then they'll be cleaned and won't have a funk. And anyway,
I'm gonna be quiet.
yeah,
Yes.
it's just shipping to you. Okay.
And ship them out to the school.
In school, attention, somebody.
You can make it attention to me. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
All right, I'll do that tonight.
Okay,
Yay.
and that-
Thank you very much.
That
Yeah,
kind
sure.
of brings up, we had told the students when they presented this to us, this is a brochure. Remember they presented it at the end of the year last year, that we would revisit this at some time this fall, you know? And so I was thinking that maybe next month we ought to have this as an item on the agenda to look through these things that the students had requested and see what it is that we might be able to facilitate, you know, and stuff, you know, because I think it was really good of them to let us know, you know, what they wanted, if needed, and things. So I
You
think,
probably need to scan and send it to all of us.
I think I still have mine.
Okay.
I don't know where mine is. I usually save everything.
you wanna make some copies of that sometime, you know? So. That's when they gave that presentation in the cafeteria, remember? That's very
Tracy
good.
was on remote, I think.
I
She
was
might have been with
remote,
family
yes.
or do anywhere, doing something else.
But I will.
Okay, great. So that's something we need to remember to put on the agenda for next month. Let's go through that. Okay, any other governing council input? Anything, Sam? Okay,
Not for me.
Not for me.
Can
okay.
we talk about the breakfast or?
We have a down under monthly GC development, they put strategic meeting and staff. breakfast down there.
Got it.
So we'll do it down there for the. Okay, public input. We've got a couple publics here. You have any input?
Enjoying the school so far.
Great.
My son's, just seamless.
Mhm.
It's easy for him to work with everybody here. Everything seems like knock on wood good so far, so.
Oh, we have this for Mike.
Yeah, and I just wanted, I keep up with all the emails and I saw there's a meeting, so.
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought, why not? I can attend it for about an hour.
That's fine.
So I thought, why not get to know some people, sit in the space a little bit, just see what it's like.
We're just happy to have parent involved.
Yeah,
You know, it's really good to have you here, you know, so you can see basically what we do.
yeah,
We're a very friendly board.
yeah. I've seen that, a lot of different board meetings.
Yeah.
More, as I get older, more and more.
Yeah.
Right, and it's something that happens as you get older, you get involved with, how things work, so.
How old's your child?
He's a freshman this year. Yeah. I don't know if you're supposed to say freshman anymore.
Person.
First year or something.
Yeah.
One of my nieces corrected me, I think this summer.
So
At her college, they were using that language.
they just use first year then?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. What if it has anything to do with Title IX, cracking down on that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
Anyway, I'll just, happy to be here and.
She's not here
happy to
anymore.
observe, so.
Okay. Did we have a guest on the board too?
She's gone.
She's gone, huh?
Anita Baca was there
Yeah.
before.
She saw how threatening we were and left, I guess.
Tell me your name again.
James-
Do you want me to put your name in or?
Sure, James Porter.
What's your last name?
Porter.
Porter. Okay. And your son?
Yeah, Jasper Porter. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think he wants his name? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'll just put student.
Yes.
Okay. Now that I think about it. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't put the student name.
put the student name.
Right. Okay. Is there any other public input? I guess not. So, financial reports. Deanna, you're on.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Thank you to Karen for reaching out to me, wondering why the reports were so that I noticed that you hadn't gotten. So I did update the report as well because I found an error. We had overstated title one by one of the pages that should have been put into SR3. So you all got new. And mostly we're just getting year started and working on the audit.
We're having a little problem hearing you, Deanna, because you're going in and out kind of while you're talking.
Yeah, and I'm still getting. I apologize.
Yeah.
Everybody's mics are off.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, but just go slow so we can figure it out.
Jamie says to mute the microphone.
Is that our microphone then?
Can you guys hear me?
Much better.
I can hear much better, but we can't hear them now. Maybe the presentation microphone needs to be muted instead of the host.
So I'm sure if they give us a wave, Dean, can you wave real quick if you can hear us? Dean, can you give us a wave that you can hear us? Or Mary?
Yeah, we can hear you guys.
Okay, that's good then.
So when you say the main microphone, Jamie, what are you talking about on this system?
Like you just muted, unmuted. If you guys leave it on for you guys, it's echoing to us. See, that works and that removes the echo. So leaving it muted while those that are virtual are presenting.
Okay.
That's the only thing that's working. I was just wondering, was there another solution? Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still getting feedback, just so you know. But financials and bank statements were provided to all the governing council members. You all have an updated copy because I made an error and overstated Title I. There was a payment that should have been applied to ESSER3. So that's been corrected in the system. Just wanted you all to know that you've got a new copy. And mostly we're working on getting the year started and getting the audit started and completed. We won't be able to update you really on the audit except for that we're in the process of it until it's completed. And that's all I have. Me.
Hey, Deanna, a question. I don't know whether the rest of you heard, but Bill McDonald died, and we need another member on the audit committee then. It has to be a community member, doesn't it?
That's correct.
Right, so we need a community member to be on the audit committee. So we ought to be looking somebody, I suppose.
And if we don't get it replaced, we'll probably be okay. It just happened. We need to start looking for someone, preferably somebody with a financial background.
So it can't be me.
Unfortunately not, because you're already on our board.
Okay.
And we have board members on the audit committee already.
Right, we have two board, community member, and then a parent.
Doesn't sound like it has to be immediate, but we need to keep that in mind that we need to get a new member on the audit committee. So why don't we add that to next month's agenda also?
Yeah, it breaks my heart to think about Bill.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. He was a great guy. Really a great guy. Yep, and I think he had a big influence on the school, didn't he, Tracy?
He was with us a long time from the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, the bar approvals, Deanna?
I have two
I
bars.
have Okay.
Bar one is a decreased bar, and that's for fund 400. That's our capital outlay. And when we budgeted the full amount. We spent some of that. So there's a decrease of $62,421. And then bar two is a bar for fund 11,000. That's our operation. They made an increase in value to help the schools because of the increased cost in this year. So that the amount of that increase is 4,561.75.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the bars as presented.
A motion to approve the bars is presented.
Second.
We have a first and a second. We need a roll call.
I went down to put those things in for next month and then I got lost in the, hang on a second.
It's not the first time you've been lost, Tracy.
There they are. Okay. Who was first?
Karen.
Kidding.
And second.
Laura.
All right, roll call. Dean,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Karen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Okay, anything else, Deanna?
That's all I have.
Okay, the finance committee met. It's at 5 o'clock, just for half an hour before this meeting, and we went through several expenses. We commented on the large amount of Title I, which actually was in the wrong place, but everything seems to be good, we actually our bank account went up by $300,000 last 2 months ago, whatever it is, So, yeah, July, and so it was very good. So I think we need a vote for the finance audit, the finance committee report too. So I entertain a motion.
A motion to approve the financials as presented.
I'll second.
Oh, Sam's got it.
Sam.
Roll call.
Dean,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
Sam.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, Karen, you're here just in time for the foundation report.
And really, there isn't one because we don't have a meeting until October.
Well,
We have quarterly meetings. So once we have our quarterly meeting in October, I'll send the financials ahead of time and talk about that. But yeah, nothing has happened since the last meeting.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's
Short and
nice.
sweet.
Nice, and short and sweet, yeah. That's what I call my wife, short and sweet. Once somebody asked her how tall she was, and she started singing the song, 5'2", eyes of blue. Because she's 5'2" and has blue eyes.
Perfect.
Okay, Director of Programs report. That's you, Jamie. How about our Parent Student Advisory and Equity Council?
So can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Okay, so if you can mute, because I'm getting the feedback. Okay. Parent and Student Advisory Equity Council. So we met at the end of August with the TA Community Council. Lots of input from families that were there. A couple of them are actually on tonight or present. So there's a lot of information that we need to update and sync better, which is really looking at how our website is pulling information for the public calendar. Some of our meetings and activities are not showing properly. So that was a comment that came from parents, and we started looking into that. Returning families, though, we have new family orientation, but our returning families felt that there were some changes and would like some kind of returning information or orientation, welcome back school night type of meeting, hopefully earlier than our October open house, with updates on changes and in addition to the emails that they're already receiving. So then a lot of our families did comment and say They really appreciated the outdoor, joining in on the outdoor learning days and for the middle school, and enjoyed the potluck, and it gave them a chance to meet each other as parents and families and build those relationships. So they appreciated that and want to make sure that that happens again next year. All right, so then coming up with restorative practices, we had a student presentation, and they want to bring back the R cards, which are about the restorative practices. And it's kind of like that caught doing good and being good citizens. And some of our parents that heard about that, and the student is actually presenting to the school through morning announcements, looking for ways to make that happen. And if other students are interested in bringing back that program, the group of parent volunteers are willing to help find donations and for prizes for that program. Another thing that came up was something regarding school lunches. They would like to form some kind of a committee and meet with whoever our new board member representing SHAC is, but they do understand there's some more information that they need to make that happen, of what are the requirements, what is allowable by the school, and understand that it is not an easy process, but would like to get the conversation going. So they want to know how to proceed. And then, of course, our next meeting, community council meeting, will take place September 25th. And student advisories and honor society meetings will begin before the end of September. So most of those student groups are not meeting because we are still waiting on, like, for example, our map testing that is happening, and making sure we have sponsors for all of our programs, which I think we're almost there. And that's it for the parent and student advisory and equity council groups. Any questions on that? And unmute, and if not, I will continue with DTC.
Okay, but Sam, are you on that committee?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Laura's.
Oh, Laura,
Laura's a chef.
are you on it?
I have
That
her
I
on
know of.
Equity Shack.
Not that I know of. I'm happy to be involved, but I was not aware that I was involved.
It was originally one of our members that just recently left. So that's why we got to find who's the new person.
You inherited it.
Okay, we inherited her. No, I'm happy. Just let me know what to do and where to be. Sorry. So was not aware.
Okay, I think it'd be great if,
Sure.
if you start participating in that.
Absolutely. Yeah, just-
Okay, testing coordinators report.
All right. So as you know, myself and May, we are currently attending the PED's assessment conference today and tomorrow. We're learning all about the changes and updates to required testing, graduation requirements, some of the reporting things that are starting up. So more information from there to come. Although starting this week on Wednesday, we have our beginning of year, or the BOY interim assessment. That is our math measures of academic progress for both reading and math, and we administer that 5 through 12. That is for the charter, and that is our that will be our benchmark for the IPP, the incentive pay program. So that is that will be happening later on this week, and again next week. And then teachers have been reminded of that. We are actually having a follow-up data sharing presentation on September 18th, when majority of testing should be done, and then working with teachers and how to get this going in their classrooms, of using this data to drive classroom instruction and support to help students improve. One of those big conversations that's been happening throughout the day today at the assessment conference was, how are we moving our students forward? This is all about that student-owned data and everybody taking ownership of their own information. So that's going to be an ongoing conversation, and the subject of a lot of professional development, goal setting, and aligning with curriculum in the classroom. So any questions about what's going on with testing right now that maybe I can answer?
Anybody have any questions? Okay, how about the STEM?
All right, so we've got a lot going. Wait,
Me?
yes,
So on seven,
Yes.
eight, in July 8th, we approved Laura, Jamie, and Lisa as, our SHAC, which is a combination of community schools, equity council, and wellness.
Okay.
And actually in July, that actually has changed because Lisa, it has gone part-time. So that community schools committee has, Debbie Brownshaw is now took her place.
Does Lisa going part-time have anything to do with the community schools grant or?
No, family.
Okay. Okay. Then STEM.
all right. So, the fall STEM program, registration and enrollment has closed for the quarter. The only exceptions would be students that have enrolled in the past 4 or 5, school days. Which I think there's 1 or 2 that we're waiting on responses from. But at the current moment, we are offering 11 classes, 5 high school classes, 6 middle school classes, and a total of 97 students are actually enrolled in enrolled in STEM classes. 43 are high schoolers, 54 are middle school students. So it's about 25% high school participation and 59% middle school participation. And so just so you know what courses we're offering, is computer programming, both middle school and high school, STEM research and development and science exploration, both middle school and high school, video media production, middle school only, culinary arts, middle school and high school, mixed media arts, it's a visual art class, both middle school and high school, and theater, middle school and high school. We are still looking for a music teacher and of course to fill any other spots. And we are waiting to hear if there's a possibility of offering Native American studies history class right now for high school, offered by a parent slash tribal member from Taos Pueblo. So that's a possibility of happening in the next couple of weeks. And other than that, that's it for STEM. Any questions?
I have a question. Jamie, is there, it required for students to take STEM or no?
No, it is
No,
not. They are
It is not,
electives.
they are electives.
They're not the required electives.
They're not the required electives.
So it's about an average of 9 students a class then?
Yes, our classes do max
Our
out at
classes do max
12
out at 12
Okay.
without
Probably some that are maxed out.
instructor permission.
Yeah, there's probably some that are maxed out and some that still haven't maxed out yet.
correct.
Correct.
Any other questions about STEM? Okay.
Other than, I just want to say, Jamie, is meeting, tell me his name again, Jamie, with their Native American Studies.
Parents Heiss.
Terrence Heiss? Yes. So, we had to meet in my office a couple of weeks ago, and we got to talking about what more could he do for Taos Academy, because he's really, he's very happy with his son being here. And he had this amazing curriculum and ideas, and we talked for, gosh, probably an hour about how he could bring in the governor, and he could bring in dancers, and he can bring in
Oh, that'd be cool.
art from his art gallery. I was like,
Okay, can I enroll in that class?
I said, that's exactly what I said. I said, I think I might take this, actually.
Yeah.
And then some language, of course. Anyway, it was very exciting, and I'm really excited about this. And of course, Jamie's been meeting with him more, but he's very energized and really wants to do this. And so I can see this being a good, hopefully a good community partnership, as the STEM program has always been.
Sure.
So anyway, just had to throw that in because I was personally
That
involved
sounds
in that
great,
too.
yeah.
So
Yay!
Okay,
Thanks again. Hey.
May, we're up to you now.
Okay, sorry, I'm having some trouble pushing my unmute button. So, good evening, everybody. I have a little bit of information to give you. I'll start with our enrollment, which is now at 251. We have a breakdown. I broke it down by grade levels. We have 32 fifth and sixth graders, 26 seventh graders, 34 eighth graders, 36 freshmen, 49 sophomores, 34 juniors, and 40 seniors. We also have sent out the first round of truancy letters. They've been sent out, Michelle, to the families, as she is the attendance coach. I've also asked her to join or log into the Graduation Alliance to acquire data, because the Graduation Alliance gathers all the data from all the districts and schools. And so she doesn't really have to do a breakdown. They kind of do it for her, but it gives us a little more information. And they also provide students with resources and information on attendance to kind of help out with those pieces. Discipline, students are being really mindful about wearing their lanyards and following the dress code and the use of cell phones. We don't have any major incidents to report, and all minor incidents have been handled. So that's moving along nicely. At the community meeting, as Jamie mentioned, there was a request for a parent sort of calendar, but we did find that for some reason the calendar wasn't syncing, and Karen went ahead and fixed that for us. So hopefully everything that needs to be there is showing up now. They also did ask for a committee to possibly move forward to discuss student lunches. So I can start working on that. I wanted to say thank you to Mrs. Debbie Branchal and Mr. Emmett Moulton for working on supporting our ELL students by being available every other Friday between the two of them as best as possible so they can support the students, our Spanish-speaking students. She's also been meeting with the students to support them on their regularly scheduled school days. I've seen her talking with the kids, and she's pretty incredible, and just kind of getting ideas of what they may need and where she can help them with that piece. So that's really great to have her on board with that. She also suggested the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish and the salute to the flag in Spanish. So we'll be doing those, or have actually begun doing those 2 days out of the week. So, she wanted to make sure that the ELL students also felt a deeper sense of belonging at TA. So that was really great. With Vistas, which is the New Mexico or the PED website for kind of giving parents some information on data, you can actually get on there and see whatever they have been able to post. But unfortunately, the current data for this past year is still embargoed. They talked about that today. But parents and public can kind of check up on the school and the district and see how we're doing. TA has officially conducted some of the mandatory safety drills, such as your lockdown, evacuation, fire drills. They have all run pretty smoothly. It's a really great system. It's really awesome to see it run like it should. And it looks like TA is going to need a secondary reunification site. So I've been in contact with the people of that site. So hopefully they'll get word back to me pretty soon on whether they'll be able to help us out with that in case we do need a secondary site. I'd like to practice or schedule a practice run with law enforcement and tighten up some of the reunification processes when the parents pick up students. So when I was at the district, we have what they call the brass. All the systems come in and they kind of discuss roads, which roads would be allowed to be opened, accessed by parents, by EMS and emergency response, those kinds of things, so we don't get caught up in sort of chaotic scene as it will kind of already be if anything were to happen, but that would be ideal to have them come out and help us with that. Both Jamie and I are, like she said, at the DTC conference. We're learning a lot more about assessments and updates. All schools will be required to build a 90-day dash team and complete a 90-day dash plan. I'm well versed in that, so that's where I can definitely be of assistance in that area when I did Principals Pursuing Excellence. So I can definitely help with that. I'll begin the classroom walkthroughs upon returning from the conference, and evaluations should begin as soon as New Mexico PD fixes my account with some merging issues. But once that's fixed, we should be able to get on there and set all those up and start doing the main walkthroughs for those. As Jamie said, they talked about the incentive pay program and that's going to be connected to evaluation. So we'll get a little more information of that. We also heard a little bit more about capstone graduation projects and that they'll be required by all districts. And that information is set to come out sometime in December. So we probably just want to meet and review the program and the courses just to ensure effectiveness and that we're meeting those requirements. I have begun meeting with Christian Bayan, who leads the New Mexico PED, the multi-levels of student support. We've been having office hours and meetings, and I'll be the point of contact for TA. I've done it before. And after the first round of map data, I will review and work with the teachers or the advisors to kind of support students and set up a little further support on each student and what they may need so that we can get them on track or keep them on track. And I had a really, I had some information that was sent to me by a parent in request for the New Mexico history class from Edgenuity, and I talked with the student, and it's really hard for us to determine like what that might look like. So the parent and the student are going to actually kind of review the curriculum as the student works through it and identify some of the language and maybe some content that may not be culturally sensitive and give us a heads up of where we might need to make those adjustments. I spoke with the Edgenuity representative who is more than happy to help with that. So that will be an ongoing thing from now on, and hopefully we can make it a better curriculum. I think that's it for me. Does anybody have any questions for me?
I do have one question for you.
Sure.
And
Sure.
Tracy. When there's a school shooting like there was in Georgia last week, do the students seem to react at all? I mean, is there a change in energy in the school or anything when that happens? We can't hear you. We can't hear you, May.
Just lost her audio.
No. We lost your audio, May. I don't know if you can hear us, but
So I don't know what she's saying. However, students, it's interesting. I think, I remember years ago, students would have a lot of questions and we'd have to talk about things a lot more and have conversations. Maybe unfortunately, not so much anymore. Thank you for the words. Desensitized in some ways. We took them over there and, did the drill and, hey, if you guys have any questions. Sometimes the upperclassmen will have more questions than the younger kids, and we haven't done that yet. We've just done the littles. So, the middle school. But I think,
do you think the drills create more anxiety?
not anymore. They used to create anxiety much more than they do now. Now it's just, that's the world that they live in. truly it is their world, and that's, I desensitized is, I think, the word for it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but we do, the counselor is always available. We do talk about, and because some of our drills are different, it's not just shooter drills, right? There's a gas leak or all kinds of different drills that we do, but yes, sir.
Oh, my son, when he, after the drill, he came home that day and said that he had the drill. And my son has been homeschooled.
Oh.
Since this year. And so, it was, I thought it was pretty interesting. And he was just like, definitely something that he's thought about because, it's not insulated from, you hear about these things. So he wasn't overly, I'd say, concerned or felt in danger or felt like it was likely. And, but, we sat and over dinner, we just talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I said, I don't think any place is safe. I mean, that's kind of the reality. That's the mindset that you have to have. And unfortunately, that's, if you could pick a place to live that wouldn't happen, then maybe you choose to live there. But I don't think there's that place. So, be aware. If you see something going on, definitely tell somebody and move, in a proactive way. So,
And to be prepared by practicing.
yeah.
Right. You know what to do in such an incident.
Yeah.
You have a plan.
Yeah.
And the kids all know the plan.
Run, hide, fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've actually practiced phone release, and that's a new system that makes the anxiety much less on the students because they don't do a scatter anymore. They realize that with the useless, and it is, unless you're like in a movie theater. But in school, you're much more safe behind locked doors.
Do these doors lock automatically?
Not on that.
No, a lot of schools do.
Very
Expensive.
very. I think we'll do that next stage. Once the doors are all have fob entrances and a bolt lock. But that too is gonna be expensive.
Yeah, are there funds for that?
Maybe some security funds. I can try to do a legislative appropriation for yeah. Yes, I will do that. I'm talking about legislative.
One other question, I guess.
Yes.
I know my wife works in a Nazi and they all have an app on their phone.
Yeah.
And
We-
you have that too?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want,
We have the same.
I was figuring that it's like every school has this. It was interesting to hear about it.
Yeah, the state actually paid for that for everybody. And we finally were able to put it in our system, I believe, last year, towards the end of last year. So
All right. That's all. Okay, thanks.
Just that being on a governing council makes me think about these things differently than when you're a citizen.
And I'll just say that, our police chief in Cuesta had to go to the school because there was a student at the Cuesta school communicating with a student in Mora. And the Mora student, they were talking about a shooting at the Mora school. So it's close. We're not exempt from it at all. They were able to intercept the conversation somehow and resolve the situation. But yeah, it could be anywhere. Scary stuff.
Yep.
yep, it is why we have many security rules in this building, and we hold everybody to all doors and stay locked on the external. No propping doors, so even if it's 80 degrees in your classroom, we gotta figure, you know, you still gotta keep the door closed, sorry. So, yeah,
Kenny talked about it when he first started here as a 10th grader. And then when he was the IT, he said, from the other side, it's different. And he talked about that too. So it's good that the kids are talking about it because he was homeschooled too before he came to school here. And yeah, he wasn't scared. He just said, Mom, we just have to know what to do.
lots of practice. Yep.
Yep.
Thanks for asking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anything from you, Tracy?
Moving on, all right. Well, let's see. Well, I don't have a whole lot. Certainly may have filled in some places. We are moving forward with the building and that the dirt work. I talked to Ronnie today. He's coming tomorrow to kind of get the final plans and really start move. The first thing we have to do is move that fire road again. The third movement, but anyway, just move it over along the fence line a little bit further. And that's to give some extra parking for that new building. It's been a great start to the new year. Lots of very highly educated teachers. They are on it this year. It's really awesome to see they're just full of ideas, even though that, you know, first year teachers at Taos Academy, it's like first year students. They're kind of like, you know, deer in the headlights. But this group of teachers, they have jumped in. They're very knowledgeable. They're not, you know, afraid of it, you know, they're just in there. It's really awesome to see that. We still work a lot with them, but they're catching on where it has taken in years past. It took a while. You know, I used to say it'll take a teacher a whole year to really get what we do, right? And I heard a new teacher today say about personalized learning and understanding that kind of the conversation you and I when we came in. Your son already getting that oh, this is my responsibility, and managing my time is absolutely imperative. And sometimes that takes teachers a while to learn, but this group they're on it. It's awesome. And the kids are doing just really well. Jamie's gave us the staff a report, I think it was last week. And we're real excited to see what MAP scores, and you know, the kids are psyched up, the teachers are psyched up. It's great. It's a new year.
Great.
Fortunately. And of course, May just comes with immense amounts of information, and she's great. Her coaching abilities with teachers.
That's great. That's what we.
And Erica too. Erica, they're an awesome team between May and Erica, because Erica knows the school. That's our assistant principal. She knows kind of the idiosyncrasies, if you may, of Taos Academy and how it operates. And May, of course, has more of that administrative district level understanding. And so you put those two together, and it's a really dynamic, strong team. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, Erica's learning fun. And I think May would tell you that I think she had to jump out. It looks like she's struggling, but anyway, she would tell you she's learning a ton from Erica.
Any word on the wellness center? How's that going?
The new building?
Yeah.
Yeah. The building itself?
Yeah.
October the 15th, it will be done.
Are you sure?
The building will be done and shipped on October the 13th.
Okay.
Or 15th.
Okay.
Shipped.
We'll see.
Completed building. Right. Let's see. How do I clarify this? It's leaving Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it won't be completed for us. Well, I mean, that's going to be a weather issue because it's winter. It's unfortunate that we couldn't get the engineers to get us planned sooner, but that's where we are. Could be a mild winter.
How about the
See,
arena, do you call it?
the amphitheater,
Amphitheater, yeah.
we have to take a walk back there.
Yeah.
It is so nice. They
Is it?
have done such a good job.
I gotta come and see it.
It's just, you walk back there and, I mean, you can envision, you know, the culinary arts putting on the food up on the terrace and then watching the show down on the amphitheater. It's just, yeah. When I say that,
First show.
oh, I know. Yep. Yeah. The lady that does the Taos Music School, I guess, she got wind of our new amphitheater, and so she's interested in using it for their performances.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Anyway, it is a definite community schools project, no
That-
question
Is
about it.
that be a rental fee? for
It'll
it?
be, oh. You remember, she's not gone yet. We'll make sure there's money coming out of that.
What was the final price tag on that?
I don't know yet. It's not done. Remember, I need to do the canopy
Canopy.
still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the canopy needs to be done and the landscaping around the area needs to be done. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how much the concrete was up there. We got a pretty substantial outdoor learning grant coming out of COVID. That's good. It's COVID money that did that.
The village of Cuesta looked at doing something in Cuesta at one of the parks, and they said it was like $600,000. And I was like, probably.
Yeah.
It didn't shock me
No,
at all.
yeah. I mean, I don't think it's that much. We piecemealed it together.
Right,
but
right.
Concrete was really expensive when we put the concrete slab in.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot bigger than ours. I don't know. But anyway, it's really neat. It looks really good.
Excited.
It's a neat little extra that
Do
we
you have
got.
anything there yet?
No, you can't. It's still,
Still not done.
it needs some TLC, but the landscaping around it needs some TLC. They still have to put the turf. Remember, we're using the turf, the old turf from the
Right.
out here to do all around the outside, so it doesn't grow weeds and stuff.
Yeah. that makes sense.
There's still stuff to do back there. But
So it'll probably be next spring before it's used.
oh yeah, definitely next spring before it's usable. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
Do you have anything right this minute? Unless
That's good news.
you guys have any questions of me. That is good news.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm actually gonna get out of here at 6:30. But thank you guys for letting
Thank
me.
you.
James, thank you so much.
You're welcome, yeah.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah,
Please come again.
yeah, but definitely, I'm gonna join one of the other, advisory meetings.
That's excellent.
Right.
They're-
Or the one after that. Yeah.
Yeah, see how they're a little different than this
Yeah.
one, but they are the last Wednesday of the month. So
Great. Thank you guys.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take care.
Let us know if you have any questions.
All right.
Always call.
All good.
Or email.
Okay, the GC calendar, anything we need to cover in that?
I put a little reminder that the staff breakfast is on the 20th. You have strategic
Talk about
planning
that.
and staff breakfast, just, yeah, everybody.
I put the staff breakfast on the calendar.
Okay.
Good.
And I have planning the retreat at the next meeting for November,
The what?
We'll plan the retreat at the next meeting in November.
or for the meeting. Well, we plan it in October for the retreat in November.
Right.
Oh, so this strategic meeting that says 9:20?
That's
That's
the
the
breakfast. That's not.
Right,
the-
okay.
I
Right,
noticed
I don't know
that
who
was
did the
unclear
9:20,
there.
yeah. So we don't have a date yet for strategic meeting.
No,
Okay,
plan it in October, and probably late November, because I'd like to be here in person, so it'd have to be after I get back. So,
plan in October, meet in November.
late November.
I'll just make a
Maybe
note of
we
that.
can plan it so we have leftover turkey and stuff
There you go.
for you guys.
Wait, I know, I was gonna say, wait a minute, Steve,
Yeah.
nobody talking about leftover turkey.
Well, I like cranberry sauce.
That's
Oh,
Yeah.
noted. Bring that in November.
Well, we really had they call turkey layers.
Talk about,
We've only had that once since I
Oh,
got on the board. in
every time
10
I do it,
years,
you
you know?
forget because you want me to make it again.
There's a story there. They interviewed me for the board position and they were having baklava that night. And I was being interviewed. I was in Arizona at the time, you know. So they promised me if I got on the board, Karen promised me she'd make baklava. And it took like 6 years before.
No, I did, but you were gone. I did, but you were gone.
Yeah.
You were, that's
Endless box.
Okay, so we need to figure out who's gonna provide what at the breakfast. You gonna be there, Laura?
the 20th.
Yeah, the 20th.
It's September, right?
Yeah, yes, it's not this Friday, but next Friday.
Yeah. It's my niece's birthday, but I got it on my calendar.
You aren't gonna be there though.
So I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
be
no.
with Kenny in Idaho.
Okay,
So, I, talked to Dean, I said I could bring like the juices and stuff Wednesday before I leave and put them all in the refrigerator, and then you guys could just take that stuff out.
I'll provide quiche. I've done that every year.
What do we, yeah, what
How
do they
many-
usually expect or what do they need? Yeah. Tell me.
How many people are they there?
38.
38. So how many quiches, Karen? You're the expert on this.
Oh, let's see if there's 8 per, I'd say like 8.
8. Okay, great. I'll provide the quiches.
And the quiche is always good because we have it even later in the day, just after.
Yeah, that's why I kind
Oh, you
of tipped
you-
the scales
you tipped
for
the
more.
scale
I did,
already?
I did.
So I'll bring
Okay.
6 then.
I'm thinking 10.
Okay, and Martin, I had a text exchange with him, you know, when we were talking about other things, and he said that he could provide fruit.
Okay.
Okay.
So
They kind of like some breakfast meat or some pastries would be the 2 other things
Okay.
left that we usually do.
Sam, what, are you gonna be here on the 20th
Yes,
for
Yes.
breakfast? What would you
yes,
like?
I will.
Yes, I
I can bring, I mean, whatever. I could pick up pastries or,
or.
I mean, I can just do a bunch of sausage or chicken, like basically bacon and
Yeah,
Yeah.
bacon,
bacon
sausage.
and sausage kind of.
So
Okay.
Sam, I'll put you down for pastries and Laura, breakfast meat.
Breakfast meat, and I'll get something meatless as well.
that'd be great.
We have
That'd be
any
great.
meatless, we probably do, right? I'm sure we do.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'll get some like, I don't know, I'm sure there's something.
Karen, did you send an email out to the board just saying who's bringing what? just so we make sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, that was easy. So what time is it on the 20th? It's early.
Oh,
I just said 8:30 is what I have on my calendar, but that doesn't. Some point in time, we said 8:30.
yeah, I want to
But we
say,
can, okay.
oh, yeah, because that's an in-service day. Sorry to put in that. Yeah, 9:30 is good. Yeah.
That's so-
okay.
Come
We'll have enough time to meet the staff and talk with them a little bit.
Right.
Okay, that's good. Because that's what I look forward to, is actually meeting people
Yeah.
that I don't get to meet most of the year. you know?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll decide on a date for strategic planning. Like I say, for me, it's a lot better late November, which I know can be problematic with Thanksgiving, but you know, it works a lot better for my travel plans.
Take out your Thanksgiving, so that works for me. I'm flexible. That's when I'm actually here.
You're gonna be here for
No, yeah,
Thanksgiving?
my family's, or one of my brothers is coming, so yeah.
Okay, great. So you're stuck with being here then.
No, I'm not, no, I'm not that way.
So Thanksgiving break is the 25th to the 29th.
Okay. So it'll have to be probably before the 25th, then if it's in November.
So the 22nd is a Friday. Did we do this Friday or Saturday last year?
We did it on a Saturday, I think.
So maybe the 23rd?
Let's have that as a tentative date, and I can shoot for being back by then. Okay, that's
What was that tentative date?
the 23rd.
23rd.
Sorry.
Second last Saturday.
On the 23rd.
Okay,
What is that? Given, I'm just curious.
what's that?
What is this I'm putting on my calendar?
It's the strategic
Oh.
planning.
Just for those of us who haven't attended, okay, whatever. Okay, is that a?
You were here for strategic planning last year.
I don't think so.
You were?
think so.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Is that a?
we generally have a good time and we just talk about, you know, usually there's a kind of a theme, but we we talk about things we want to, looking towards the future. Kind of.
It's just kind of a all day affair, a morning affair, an evening. I'm just trying to,
We
I may have
usually-
family in town, so I'm just trying to figure out.
We
what we're
usually
doing.
start out early,
Okay.
and then we go until about, we stay all day, but we go until 1 or 2. When it's been in the past. And Martin's not here tonight, so he can't volunteer his office, but that's where we've had it in the past. The year before, we had it at a nice place upstairs from the office.
Just B&B.
Yep. Okay, well, I'll depend on you guys figuring all that out next month.
And what about like for an agenda?
I think that's something that needs to be worked on next month, and I think we need to consult with Tracy. What is it the board really needs to be thinking about for the future? And that's really what we need to do, is concentrate on the future. Are the things the board can do better? Are the things that we can help the school do better for the future? Things like that is kind of what we need to do. Also, GC training. What's going on with that? Because we haven't had anybody in with us at all. And I know we went for that option 2 or whatever it was, the options.
Well, I think, okay, there's a couple things. Kelly was waiting to hear from you. I saw her at the meeting I was at, and I told her, I said, well, that you had said,
I think we all.
go ahead,
emailed.
option, yeah, you did, you guys did. Here, let's see. All right. So you guys chose to do the governing board coach mentor training model, right? The new one. Zachary schools that have an experienced board and require minimal direct coaching. This model will allow the school board to fulfill their 5 training hours with a half-day customized training. Blah, 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 right? That's the one, right?
One we took.
Okay. So all right. I will let her know that's the one we want to do. And then she is out of town until the middle of the month. So she said she would get back in touch with me then when she got back.
Okay. How's her health been?
Fair.
Okay.
She did a great job presenting at our retreat. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see what she responds, what we need to do and stuff, and it's unclear exactly what we'll need to do, but it sounds like it's probably, we didn't have to do much last year because we just were ourselves and she was there and watching us, and I suspect that she'll be there maybe a few meetings, but not every meeting like it was before.
Right.
Okay. Okay, policy changes. I read through all the policies, and they're just boilerplate. Tracy says an attorney wrote it, so I didn't see. In fact, they were well organized. There weren't any repeats or anything like there had been in the past. So whoever put them together did a better job of putting them together than they have in the past. So I would entertain a motion to pass all the policy changes listed, 1A to 1G to B, yeah, -B. So I'll entertain a motion to approve those policies.
Motion to approve the policies as presented, policies 1A to 1G-B.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. We need a roll call.
Jean,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay. Okay, now it's time to go into a closed session. We got some personnel matters.
I just
Wait.
turned.
We do take a vote after we come out, right?
You can take a roll call.
Right, exactly.
You need a motion.
Okay,
A motion to come out of executive session?
Second,
okay. You have a first and a second? Roll
Oh,
call. Yes.
Laura,
yes.
Karen,
Yes.
Sam,
yes.
motion carries.
And then Dean, I think you're supposed to do a statement of closure where you just say that we haven't discussed anything besides what the,
It's in there,
It's
right?
in there.
Okay.
I think we have the language from other times we've done it too.
Matters discussed during the closed session were limited to those specified in the motion for closure.
Okay, great. Okay, I guess all we have left now then is, the next board meeting agenda. There were a couple things we mentioned earlier that we wanted for the next board meeting. Right? What were those?
I put something in
There
there.
was audit committee. I had strategic planning agenda, which we may hold
Right.
off, but I'm gonna keep it on there. So, to do it at some point. Reflections on the staff breakfast, because that will have been held, governing council training.
Okay.
Anything else? we need
Uh,
to hear?
Yeah, we need to get a community member for the audit committee.
Oh, that says audit committee. That was the first item.
Okay.
You may put community member for audit committee,
Yeah,
to be
because it
specific.
Yeah,
has to be a community member.
And that's not urgent. They told Deanna not to worry about it till next year, because we're already done with the starting.
okay, so, but, of course, it'd probably be best if we appoint them sometime close to when they're gonna be doing something. So they don't forget they're on the audit committee.
True.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
Sam.
Okay, we have a first and a second to adjourn.
Roll call. Dean,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
and Sam.
Yes.
What time?
7:19.
Okay.
Sorry.